just watch the games on stream and we will talk together about them. All right, let's go. So first game, it's Burmese versus Cumans and versus Zubin. Okay, I like it. Second versus Riley. I don't know who that guy is. Okay. So
you know Jubin or what?
Yeah, I know Zubin. He played a lot on Wuble as well. He was like thrashing all the time on Wuble. We played many games against each other. Obviously, he wasn't like he was a bit lower level, but he plays for a while arena on decent levels. So.
Yeah, I played him 2 times that day, I think. One game lost, one game won.
Okay, so guys, this is coaching with Teutonic who won the sub draw, and he's a solid player. I think you are what 1500, 1600.
Yeah, right now I reached 1700.
Okay, yeah, that's impressive.
But I'm not sure if I can retain that.
Okay, yeah, well, anyway, so this will be quite a high level coaching, so don't expect there some like mistakes in that or big mistakes in Dark Age or anything. We will be more focusing on the strategy and what we should be like the optimal approach and such. So keep that in mind. Okay, so this matchup, Burmese versus Cumans. I'm curious how we want to play it. Like we will see if you will go aggressive or if you want to stay defensive. What was your like thought process when you saw the matchup?
I think on this or on this level, every Cuman is going to boom. It's not like they are metagaming you and like that. So I always have like the role to punish that a little bit.
Okay.
If I don't have like a really good late game Civ or boom Civ with like Britons or Teutons where I can just try to defend their onslaught, then I just outscale them massively.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
with
that makes
Burmese,
sense.
I figured I have to do something in Cast Age, and I wasn't quite sure. I didn't want to go Arambai. I didn't like them before, and now they fell off. So I went for like the Tato approach, where I saw that in the Lord of the Arena with or was it Lord of the Arena? No, I don't think so. But one siege workshop, one stable.
Yeah, that's what Tato did against me.
Okay.
When I was Cumans, yeah, and he won with it. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad approach. I generally don't know what's the optimal approach. I do agree kind of what you say, like sometimes it depends on the civilization, depends on the player you are facing, and sometimes I think it makes sense to punish them with the aggression, but I think the problem is that if Cumans like spot it fast enough and react accordingly, then they should mostly defend. So
yeah. And I don't want to go as wild as like 2 siege workshop, more scorpions stuff, what we already saw.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So let's follow up. Let's see what is Jubin doing. How's this? Okay. Well, first of all, I'm a bit confused. Why is Jubin going kind of late to feudal age 23?
Yeah.
That doesn't make much sense. Okay. Like for Cumans, you want to be as we are like talking. Cumans, you want to be playing like 20 pop or 21 pop latest, obviously without Bloom on arena, and you want to have like 2 villages on wood for most of the Dark Age to have enough food to click up. And once you click up, just in the villages, some villages to wood, so you make the second TC.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I like to play them as well if I want to go feudal.
Yeah.
And I do that also. 95% of the time.
Okay, interesting TC there by Jubin, considering that this is the second TC. Whatever.
Now I'm a bit ashamed to have lost that game.
Okay.
He played well afterwards, but that TC is really weird.
Yeah, like it will have decent Wuriko around it. You can put their farms on one side. I think it just doesn't make too much sense to put the TC here, but it's not hard. Okay, well, this is interesting approach by Jubin. Okay, so this isn't like late feudal age. This is delayed second TC to have faster castle age time. Okay.
Uh, yeah, I didn't really watch the rec afterwards. Interesting.
Okay, yeah, but this is not. We will see how fast he will be with this. I can say I don't like it at this point already. I think he will be too late. You could be like, if you play it clean, you can be like 1930 uptime with the resources to have the castle up, and with the 2TC boom right away since early feudal age. While he wasn't producing as many wills because he was later to feudal age, and now I don't think that he will be too much
Yeah,
faster.
I didn't figure this out in the game. That didn't feel like he tried to go really fast.
Yeah. I think it's
Okay,
just not
so,
not optimal play there for humans.
yeah.
Alright, so he should be clicking up very soon, and we are going for the Knights Monastery defensive. Okay, siege worship. I don't really like the defensive monastery at this point.
Yeah, I was kind of indecisive. Figured I didn't really think too much beforehand and was kind of indecisive of what to do, and then I wanted
Yeah.
to grab the relics and kind of went from the meta build to this kind of push. So from meta scouts to
Yeah, I mean the problem is that basically there's still his scout, or we are kind of taking tribe covet, but yeah, it's just investment. It's a big investment now to have the defensive monastery, to focus on picking the relics, to send there to also one monk. I think I would like rather see this BO without the monastery.
okay.
Okay, you are going for this. Okay, interesting approach, going for battering ram first and then scorpion. I would rather see mangonel behind this. And I think you will need also a bit more on gold for the push. But yeah, you will get in, that's for sure, and you have there some knights. The problem is that Jubin sees it, so what's his reaction? Yeah, so far I don't mind that approach. Which are you taking? I think the defensive monastery wasn't perfect, but other than that, I think it's fine. Although I think the second scorpion was already. I would really like to see mangonels now, because you cannot have an army that won't really do much to him. Two scorpions, one ram, you cannot really push into TCs or anything. Right, I don't. Yeah, now the thing is that as you have defensive monastery, the monks obviously should be out of position. Yeah, monks are now taking relics, so the monastery doesn't really matter for the push. And now you see second drugs, but if he would go double stable camels now, which as he like has the resources for it, then I think all this push would completely disappear. So I think like either if you want to commit into push, then I think you have to play potentially even longer 1TC than you're already at in second one. I think I would stay longer 1TC and add their mangonels rather over the scorpions. And yeah, I think the knights are somewhat fine, but in that case I would also add there the forward monastery for the monks.
Okay.
Because
yeah, the monk idea was just to abuse the advantage that I have map control and take the relics. That was actually, it wasn't really for the push, the monks.
Yeah, I got it. What was it? But in those positions, as you said, you cannot be indecisive. You have to have a clear plan and just stick to it. And yeah, okay. And he's going for the. That's weird, like the double drugs and the castle. Okay. Yeah, this is what we are talking about though. If you had their mangonels, then this castle would be denied. Now it will be a bit awkward. Although he could lose there some villagers. Don't get me wrong, I still like how you are playing this one, and I think you have better position than Jubin. I would always take your position than his.
Yeah, I think I kind of lose the push now, but I think I've done enough damage.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like you are getting then some well picks even. There's obviously so much idle time. He will make the castle in the end, but the villager count is already the same. You will get at least what, 4 relics. Now you are bringing the third one, so yeah. I seriously think that we said the mistakes for now. I would say mangonels mainly is like the main thing I would like to see. Faster mangonels, but other than that, I think it's fine.
Monastery. More 1PC play.
Yeah, I think either except the monastery, I would either go like faster uptime and potentially with a like bit faster push, or I would not do make the monastery this fast and potentially make it like now or such.
Okay.
Because you commit it into relics, and as I said, in those like, if you want to push, do you want to boom behind it? It's just somewhat indecisive. But yeah, you definitely have the advantage right now. You have 50 villagers. Okay, now I'm interested. Now I'm interested how you want to defend his keep checks. If he will play aggressive, and what will really happen there. I do agree that the push was decent and definitely was give you enough value. Since you had the boom behind this as well, then yeah, that's the main thing, that you have now eco lead. Alright, nice shields there. Like this Scorpion edition now, just against the keep check. Behind this you have what, 5 relics, as I see it. Obviously we see there's some imperfections in macro, but it's not horrible. Like you have now 1k gold, which obviously is like a relic from the push that you was pushing, needed a lot of villages on gold, and then you didn't really move them to other resource. So anyways, you are now grabbing the 4th relic. In this position, I think you felt that you are ahead, right, in the game?
Yeah, that was my feeling.
Okay. It's a tricky matchup in Imp, that has to be said, because you don't have like great siege, you don't have great skirmishes, you in fact have horrible skirmishes, so his skip check will be very good, can be very tough to deal with in the game.
Yeah.
So I think you should be trying to potentially make a forward castle and push from there, or really have huge eco lead. But
so going for forward castle, going for trap war, early imp, and trying to snowball from there.
Yeah, I would. But in this matchup, honestly, I would likely go some knights. I like your army composition. This is really good against the army what Jubin is doing, and I would go there knights and try to play imp and just forward castle and just full knights or cavalier in imp.
Okay, full cavalier.
Because the thing is, seriously, there's the problem with the keep checks. Like either you want to play like onagers and halbs, which isn't horrible, but it's not the strongest army composition against what he's doing, and it can be a bit awkward if you don't like to play those units. Or you can yeah, like this, or you have to push him fast because he has better army composition in imp.
Yeah. I kind of went for the long game.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think like a lot of players would really play their kind of defensive. Okay. Well, now there is the problem though. One thing that's a big mistake. You need to be on stone. You have exposed stone, which let me check if he saw the second stone. Okay, yeah. So this castle is their position to push the second stone, and that's the thing. Like on arena, generally, going imp. A lot of time, if you don't have castle, it's kind of useless, because most of the time on arena, the first thing you want to do is a trap.
Yeah, I know, and I figured it after the castle. After I saw the castle, I knew I was in trouble.
Yeah, but you really should be on stone for, let's say, 5 minutes by now, and have at least 300, 400 stone taken, and because this will be the awkward position. Like you are going for mangonels. Okay, you are getting mangonels on nature halp in imp, but you will have tough time to push the castle in his base because you won't have forward castle of your own, and you will have tough time to push the castle in your base. Actually, it can be very annoying for you, as he can get inside and such, and yeah, it's all about not having castle at this point and not having the stone. I'm not even sure if I would like prefer the castle defensively or if I would like to see it forward in his base. But either way, you need the traps right away. Yeah, and this will be awkward. Like now there are keep checks. You have obviously forward army, which isn't doing that much as I see it. Nice walls there. Yeah, and now you have to move like your super immobile army back. Okay, so behind this you could have walled though. Like you saw the castle, you saw that he escaped checks. That was a mistake that you didn't like make their second layer. You know, basically where I'm showing, I would just put there a second layer of walls just to make sure that he cannot just run in with their keep checks. Yeah, now, as we said, like you are imp. I still like your position. You have 5 relics. But it's kind of tough for you to do anything right now. Like, you first need to deal with like those keep check rates. You basically need chemistry to have BBC, but it takes time, so that means that like 3 minutes when you won't really do much with your imp. And yeah, by the time he could be almost imp himself and he will do damage, there won't be like eco lead for you and such and such. And yeah, that's the problem. Basically what I said, your imp is kind of wasted there because you're not really doing anything what you could do in imp, or why the imp is good option there for you. Okay, so you're going for the
yeah, well, I think imp is never bad to have that upgrade, I guess.
No, obviously not. Like I do agree with that. Why you went imp, you know, that's no problem. But simply,
but the execution beforehand with the stone and the rewards.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so important to have castle. If you learn like bios and you will always have castle the moment you reach imp and can make traps, then this is just so crucial on arena. And this is a problem because you don't have great siege there. You can like make cap traps, you can push the castle in your base, which isn't bad, I guess. I hope that this will happen, but yeah, he will then defend with tons of keep checks and it will just get awkward for you. Traps would be just so important there. Traps defensively against the castle would be good. Traps forward against the forward castle. Just one castle and you would win that game. Let's put it this way.
Probably true.
Yeah, and that's going to be bad fights those against keep checks, and that's the thing. Like you cannot really go skirmishes, you cannot really go hussar. Like he will likely go his own halps as well. Like he can, and then if he goes just halps keep checks, you really don't have too much to against this with Burmese. And the thing is that you like need to be pushing. You need to be a pushing opponent, and you have to stay defensive because of those rates on the side. I like that you have all there. That's good, but yeah, now you like need to defend, need to send onagers back, which means that you will lose the forward position, and it's just a tough game there at this point. You still have somewhat eco running quite well, still over 35 farms running, so that's not too bad. You're kind of taking not the worst trades there. You're actually taking really good trades. Yeah, I think there was like the game isn't over, but you are like in a position where you will have really tough game because you are the one being defensive all the time there.
Yeah.
And I like his decision with the forward castle, seriously, because he would be behind, and if he didn't push you there, then you would have kind of easy time to just apply pressure forward with the 5 relics and such, and I don't really see him defending there. But with this castle, he just bought so much time for himself, and yeah. Alright, so you are going for the onager approach, which I don't think is too bad, but... And you still have 5 relics. I would still take your position. As we said, the game could be over. with a faster stone, but it's still definitely open game there. Yeah, but I think you need it. Okay, there's the trap. Yeah, some traps are fine. I'm not really sure what can happen there, because I think you have really good position. This is strong army composition. If he's like not micro perfectly, but it can just so easily snowball for you. Why I don't like this position, generally play myself, is that it can so easily snowball. If he's just getting 1-2 good trades, kill the siege, then you are losing all the push, you are losing all the army and such. Because you basically need to like babysitting. If you have onagers, halves and such, and he has fast army, then you need to be babysitting your army so much. Yeah, and another thing is that you kind of need traps, because BBC won't work really in this position. Obviously Rams won't do it either, so you only need tons of traps, and which is also slow. So you will be pushing with very slow army, and he will use the mobility and such, and it can be tough. Is that is I don't yeah, okay. At this point I would like to see. I think there are two ways how you could win the game right now. First of all, we cannot miss that he has all the resources on the map. He has the extra stone, extra gold, and on the other side extra stone, extra gold as well. So even though you have 5 relics, you really won't win it fast with the gold, as we can see. And also Kipchiks are so cheap gold wise that yeah, it's kind of tough to beat them just with gold.
Yeah, that's the problem of the slow composition. The right side was shielded from the castle was there beforehand, and the left side, his army was constantly roaming around there.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
kind of restricted to the middle,
yeah.
trying to tap down the right castle, and then I send some harps later on to harass the gold spots, stone spot.
Yeah, also, I think the problem right now, I do. This is always a tough game for you. If you are playing very immobile army, there's long distance between the players, and the opponent has the mobility. But it can work. Depends really on how you play. Both options can work there. But for this, you constantly need to have big siege numbers. Like siege numbers, I mean first onagers and obviously traps. And if you have their basically the strength of all this push that you have there in the middle is all based on how many traps you have in this composition, because if you have there 1 trap, he can just repair all the time, and this army can be completely useless there at this point. If you have there 5 traps, you can be pushing, or 3 traps, 4 traps, you know, it's literally all about trap numbers in those positions.
Okay.
So and yeah, you need to be pushing, because you know that you have like all your army is kind of staying in the middle, and that means that you will be exposed home at the same time. Also, you lost the trap, and now I missed where the trap went. And okay, he's taking their bad fights. That's important to say, but what matters is that this army isn't really achieving much other than like ramming around walls or such. He doesn't need to fight that army at all. I would just, if I were him, I would just keep raiding all the time the extra spots, the exposed areas of your base, and I would never fight that army, because this army isn't really scary for him if there are no traps. And he's kind of doing that. Like he sees this army, he doesn't care about it at all. Okay, and this can be awkward, because yes, there are a lot of army, and I'm not sure that you are really taking good fight there. Yeah, and I like those skip check trades. Like that's basically what he can use. That's the power of mobility on such map. Yeah, and this. Okay, yeah, what I want to say though, one thing that I forgot to mention, and I had it in mind, as I saw your resources, like, first of all, you could win this game with Elephant Switch. because with how much resources you have, and with 5 relics, I seriously wouldn't mind if you went full elephants. And I'm pretty sure that it would work. Like, there's almost no way that he would defend against this. So elephant switch would be an option, but mainly in this position you kind of want to have Hussar on arena. If your civilization has decent Hussar on arena, minute 50 plus, then almost always try to get them, because you are using their very immobile army, and Hussar could be just so good at raiding those exposed areas. He's open, so you could just send there 5 Hussar this way, this side 5 Hussar this way, and it can be really awkward on arena if you can use Hussar. So you have the resources for it, and I'm kind of missing the Hussar switch there.
Yep, that's true.
And that's the thing, like, especially if you have that immobile army, for example with Slavs, it's just so crucial to have Hussar, because you will be always using very immobile armies, and a Hussar can be there exactly for those positions, like clearing this area with like some side raids and such and such. Right, yeah. In the front you are getting Hussar, which I like. Not Hussar, you're getting traps. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you will lose the game on the left side in the end. Like, maybe he will somehow push the middle. He has there the traps, and yeah, you might not take there the best fights, but I'm pretty sure that this left push is just really scary. You also have there the gold spot, and if he just gets in, he can do so much damage. Yeah, obviously there. This is just such a good move there. This one.
I think
Yeah, and also if you, that's again the power of mobility. Like, if you have armies that are mobile, it's really tough to defend, to play on 2 spots, because as we said with Siege, you also have to really like babysit your army a lot, and he can just use their few keep checks, few traps, and be very efficient and annoying with it, because you would need to have their like combination of helps and onagers, and at the same time he can take good fights in the middle.
Yeah, but now we talked really much about the mobility, but all the mobile civs are actually not that great on arena. Like the clowns constantly rank like Huns, Tatars.
Well, that's true, but simply there he kind of has, yeah, but there he kind of has some options against onagers, you know. First of all, I think, for example, Magyars are quite a solid arena civilization if you play them well, and also clowns aren't really great with using mobility. And yeah, Huns aren't great arena civilization because they like get easily countered. They don't have great units in imp, but humans aren't really like that. First of all, they are so much easier to take map control, and yeah, Kipchiks are better than Siege. You can trade so much better against Siege of your opponent and such. But it depends. It depends. Like
Vikings, for example, to score higher than the other civs that I just mentioned, and they don't have a good Siege onager counter as well.
They are fast. They have their own onagers with Siege engineers. It depends. Like, I'm not saying. The thing is that how this game developed, right? You have to take a look. I'm not saying that mobility on arena is the key. Don't get me wrong. You have to take a look how the game developed to this position. And basically, if he forced you to play like mobility game, or he got himself into position to play the like mobility card with those castles on the left, which you like never really cleared, right? Because he still has there some position on the left all the time, and it means that as long as he has the disposition with castles between traps, keep checks, and Hussar, he will always be able to use this mobility from the side. But it's not the case most of the time, and I'm not. Sometimes it's not a great option to make like side base on the side, because your middle army will be just so much weakened. But there I really like it, because you never really was in position to push this back, and that means that he can just be super annoying with this base, and that's why the mobility is crucial here.
What else would you have done with Burmese in late game? Elephants?
I think you were really lacking Hasar. Hasar would help you trading so much better.
I got that. But would you change the core solution?
As you were like good in, as I said, in Imp it's tricky matchup. Yeah, I would prefer to play keep checks or like the human guy,
Okay.
and I think your basic army composition is good, but you just either needed to, as you got into position when he had the map control somewhat or this side base, and you had similar eco and you weren't really pushing, that was in a position where I started to like his position if he can use it well, because your push in the middle wasn't as strong because of it, and I think help on HS was the correct choice, but for that to work you really needed way more traps, let's put it this way.
Yeah, okay, got it. And later on, Hazard, so
yeah, and later on Hazard. Like the core, with Burmese you cannot really go for much different army composition against skip checks, because other trash won't really work, obviously Hazard later on, but yeah, you need to go halves, you need to go on HS. I think you played it well, but the problem was that you have very tough time against the mobiles if he can use the mobility with those bases.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I think the game is kind of over. You are 100 population. Yeah, I don't really think... I liked how you played that one. Once again, like you played very clean. You had very good boom actually behind the push. So I think you played very solid game till, let's say, like minute 25 or such. But the problem was literally there with the stone, because you have a civilization where you kind of need to be pushing in early imp, and that wasn't happening because you didn't have the traps. So that was like my biggest problem with your gameplay there in this game. But other than that, I think you played quite solid. Yeah, and it's tough for me to judge. Like I would also focus on pushing him, but with like when you had the position in the middle, but maybe it wasn't the best decision. I'm not saying that I would play it perfectly myself. I would likely go for his pace as well, except that I would like try to mix in more traps, so to make the push as strong and as fast as possible. But maybe it was like better idea to be pushing the left base, because you kind of lost the game there when you had to deal with it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I destroyed his two initial castles.
Yeah. Like he committed there a lot in the end.
Reclaimed the position afterwards again.
Yeah. Okay, well, good game. I think it's a tough matchup. Seriously, in Imp, it's a tough matchup, and I would love to play humans there in this one.
That's true.
Right, let's take a look at the second game. If there's anything... heavy score?
Yeah, this was faster.
Sorry?
This was a faster game than
yeah.
last one.
Okay, Hans Berbers, okay. I played it matchup yesterday against Madrid, so I'm looking forward to how this was played.
This wasn't played in the right way.
I didn't play it in the right way as well, and I was also Hans, so I'm curious. I think
struggled really hard.
Yeah, I honestly think that you might make the same mistakes as I did yesterday against Madrid in this matchup, because after the game I kind of realized how it should be played, this matchup, and yeah, I'm curious if you will play basically the same mistakes as me, because I lost the game as well. Right. So this is Hans versus Berbers. on paper it sounds like Hans should be destroyed because Berbers have camels, Berber have camel archers, so they basically should counter everything what Hans can do. But I think Hans are actually better civilization in this matchup.
Yeah, I struggled mightily against the camel archer because I didn't really realize how to play it, I think. Well, I think my castle defense or my castle age play was fine, but my late castle age play, I kinda gave up the map position and then lost the game. And I think later on you have to play with skirms, harps, and rams. This was my
I don't think it's the best option because Berbers can trade really well if they get to their ball of camel archers, like 20 30 camel archers. You really don't have much potential anymore with Hans because your helps will kind of die very fast. Your skirmishes won't trade too well against camel archers because you are lacking the last armor and they have like high damage output, so skirmishes won't really work there too much, and also he can mix in Hussar. And so I don't really like that unit composition. I have to say I went for it myself as well, but I think it's not the best option. It's kind of similar matchup as if you would be playing versus Mongols there. You need to kill the castles. Like you can counter all his army except camel archers. Same as you can counter everything what Mongols can do with Hans except Mangudais.
Okay.
Yeah, so that means that if you want to seriously, like your main focus in the game, all your focus in aim has to be on sniping castles. It doesn't matter if you are losing army, it doesn't matter if you are losing if you are not efficient and such and such. Main thing is that you kill the castles and then you can actually do something in the matchup. If he has castles, if he can get to the camel archer boar, you will lose with Hans. That has to be said.
And what would be your army composition?
Yeah, I think actually in that matchup it's the best option is to open with Halps and Siege Ram. I think it's a very good opening against Berbers. So Halp, Siege Ram, and then I would switch into Paladin and just try to go full Paladin and traps. So just keep massing 100 from castle, like just keep producing traps and focus on Berber castles all the time, and keep massing Paladins. Try to get the map control just for the gold, and just keep massing Paladins still and focus on killing the castles with this.
Okay.
Because as I said, skirmishes won't really work, and simple camel archers will kill you in him. Otherwise. Okay, you're going for 27. I think that's absolutely fine. 27, and that should be scout switch, so I like that.
Yeah, I went for scouts.
Kill. Yeah, as I think I already said it last time with the coaching, but you really have a very clean Dark Age. For you're saying that you have 1700 elo now. You really have a very clean Dark Age. I like to watch it.
Thanks.
No, like seriously, I mean, even on 2K level, the other players on Arena, most of the time they wouldn't be, for example, as efficient till like minute 15 or such, and that's a great basic for Arena. That's so important.
Well, I don't have the wood micro of Jon Slow, so it's kind of a deficit, I guess.
No, but I mean, no, like seriously, like you can make those 4 farms, FCs very clean. Obviously, double lumber camp. That's a good way as well. 6 on wood, 6 on wood. Yeah, I think you have very similar BO as me, and
I think every clown has that 6 on wood, 6 on wood.
So yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, but like just making it that clean, it's a great advantage because on Arena you have limited amount of resources which you can take, let's say till minute 15, and every resource there, every single resource can be crucial because you will have to do spearmen, you will have to do scouts, and if you take 50 more food than your opponent by the castle age, and that's like very simple, that's so simple to make mistakes that will cost you more resources than 50, then you will just get ahead in boom or in relics or such, and it's easy to snowball on arena.
Yeah.
All right,
So at this point, I made a fourth scout from the stable, and I suspected what is now unfolding. I suspected it that he's going for camel archers. I don't really see any other scouts from him, and kind of guessing now. I should add a siege workshop and monastery first in Castle Age.
Yeah, you could actually one mistake there that I have to point out. You could see that he's on stone, so you even saw the stone of him. And if you just move next to his walls with feudal age scout, you would see that he's on stone heavily. So you would have to invest way less resources. That's somewhat a mistake of you there, that you didn't see it faster.
I think I went with feudal age scouts near the wall because it's 4 tiles scouted from the wall.
Okay, maybe you're right there. Yeah, well, I think... Well, then I don't understand why you wouldn't see that he's on stone, because if you click those tiles, you would see that those tiles are used.
I know if you go farther to the left side of his walls, there you see, I think, my feudal.
We can rewatch the game for fast, because I'm pretty sure that you could see it there, and it's seriously like a mistake there to not spot it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so when did you...
maybe I went with the Dark Age Scout at the walls and didn't go for the re-scout and feudal.
Yeah, I think that's the case, but we will see. Again... Yeah, I don't really like the opening with Camel Archer. I think it's not really a great idea, and I think you should defend it successfully with monks and have way better eco. So we will see the game.
Would you have gone double monastery against that?
I think I would be with Hans, not really, because there isn't really much usage with Hans for the monks in Imp. So with those civilizations, I try to invest as little into monks as possible. But if I would if I would know 100%. Sorry.
5 monks with Sensitivity, or what's your...
Yeah, something like that, and I would try to switch into skirmishes, just to make sure.
You can still speed up.
Yeah, sure. I will speed up. Yeah, I would just go like monks. I would still be on the free TC boom first, and then I would potentially go like mangonel and skirmisher in this direction.
Okay, you would go for skirms in Castle Age. Okay.
Yeah, I would go. Depends how much I would see from him. If I would not feel any threat, then I would just go imp and then start doing skirms after. Other than that, if I would feel that he's very aggressive, I would go. I would do like some skirmishes in Castle Age already, but not too much. Like main thing is to get him fast enough.
So yeah, you see, I went in Dark Age. I went for the scouts on the wall.
Yeah, and you don't see the stone, so you definitely move there later on as well in Feudal Age.
But I didn't go for the scout in Feudal Age.
Okay, now I understand it. Like, it's fine. I thought that you saw the stone and then you didn't check it after, but that's fine. You still had no idea about the stone here. Okay, so that's fine. So you couldn't really see it faster. That's no problem. Yeah. And like it's tough to guess that he has the stone right behind to check it. Not really your fault. Alright,
yeah, but I think this doesn't this didn't decide the game for me, because I would have played the same way, I guess. Because I have this suspicion that this is coming.
Yeah, and I think you didn't really overcommit into it. Obviously, if you saw that he's game largest, then maybe those 3 spears are a bit waste, then like 1 or 2. I would even remove like 1 scout out of this, but yeah, it's not horrible. Still, like 5 scouts and 3 spearmen is a commitment, and they won't really do much. So for now, better for him, but I would also not guess that the opponent is going camel archers in this matchup. Right, yeah, I don't like the This is what I don't like though. The monastery is obviously great, but I don't like the siege workshop right away.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is what's happening there. I don't understand why he's going for a second lumber camp, but this is what's happening. Like now he has second DC actually faster than you. So what will happen will be that he will have better, like army composition soon. You should likely get more relics than him. Although the relics are really in his favor, so maybe that's actually not true. And yeah, in the end you won't have the eco lead, which almost every time if opponent is going for the castle, or basically every time if opponent is going for the castle on arena right away in castle age, you need to have eco lead. And I don't think that maybe you will get, because opponent might not have the best macro behind this, but yeah, your TCs are coming just too late there. So, and for now the Scorpions didn't really do much for you. Like, yes, now they are scaring opponent away, you might get one more relic for it, but simply that's a huge investment to make Siege Workshop at this point. It's a huge investment to make 2 Scorpions at this point. And they aren't really doing that much for you. Like, you won't really keep the map control forever. Like, once he has enough game larges, he will get the map control anyways. So
your suggestion is leaving the relics to him? Trying to make...
No, I think you could... The good thing, if opponent is going for units from Castle, it really takes time till he gets some numbers. If he has 1-2, they will be exposed to monks and such, so he cannot really move out with like less than 3. And you could be getting like 2 relics anyways. If without the Siege Workshop, I'm pretty sure that you could get there 2 relics. Or maybe even 1 in the end, but the main thing isn't there to get the relic lead over him, because he will have the better civilization if the game goes really long. So main thing would be to focus on your boom and having the eco lead.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, like still for now, if you didn't have those Scorpions, okay, maybe you would get one last relic by now. That's potentially a fair assumption, and maybe he would have like a bit more map control. He would already make, for example, forward Siege Workshop, but that's still not too scary for you. You have quite an okayish map. Don't have Great Stone, but okay. And you would have like so much eco lead that you wouldn't be really scared of, you know, now some Mangonel and Camel Archer push or such. So keeping the map control with the Scorpions for the relics isn't as important, and also for like to defend his potential push isn't really also that important. For example, when I think that it makes sense to like make very early Siege Workshop and Scorpion is if opponent is going for crossbow play, because then you can really keep the map control way better. But now he has what, 10 Camel Archers, and you have to go back anyways with this army. There's no way that you take good trades. Like he will just macro it.
The villager count?
Sorry?
The villager count?
Village count? Oh yeah. Oh, it's 57 to 52. Yeah, that's a problem. That's what we were talking about. Like in the end, you are DC is to DC. You have the better eco. I think you could potentially have wheelbarrow, and he might not. Like your eco is definitely better than his. You can just watch it from the farm count. That's pretty obvious. But so I would still take your position. Don't get me wrong. But I think you just could have so much bigger eco lead, and you wouldn't be really. You might have like one last relic in the end, but that's not really that important.
And now comes the problem, the forward castle from him.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that huge of a problem. I would still, if he's going for the forward castle here, yeah, that's fine. You couldn't really defend the forward castle. There was no way that you make sure that this isn't happening, and you need to be on stone. You need to, now your stone is a problem, but you still need to be on stone faster again. Okay, you are sending there now. It's a bit, again, too late. And yeah, in this position I would say, okay, there are 2 options now. If I see opponent makes first castle defensive and second castle is going forward, so there are literally 2 options. First option is that he is doing some eco behind this, which means that he will be really slow to imp So I should be faster to imp, I will get the traps faster, I will start trapping, and I will have better boom, and I will use stronger army, and I should be able to push it back in the end. So I'm not really that scared about opponent going for defensive castle, forward castle, and then some boom behind. Or there's another option. Opponent is going for the 2 castles, and then he's going for some kind of fast imp, which means that that's potentially more scary. Then he has maybe same uptime as me, maybe even a bit faster, but then I have so much more eco than him, and I can win it with the eco way. Imagine, for example, imagine, I mean, eco way that you could be like spreading outside. You could be putting the ramps into his walls, like he would have nothing to defend it. If you are very committed to those aggressive pushes on like fast imp, or you're forcing him or such, then the best thing against it is to counterattack. Spread around, make some trash army just to keep taking trades, and counterattack his home. So either way, I'm not really scared if opponent is putting forward castle at this stage at me, like minute 25.
So, sorry, you cut out a bit.
Okay. Yeah, so I will just explain it once again, okay? Yeah, I mean, there are 2 options. I will simplify it. There are 2 options. If he's going for like 2 castles in Castle Age, either he has no eco, means like he's playing 1 TC, maybe like low 2 TC eco, and he's going like somewhat fast imp, and he wants to push me with this. That can be scary, but I think I should have better eco and I can defend it if I have, for example, Ogesh map. Or if he's going for the boom, then I should be faster imp and I will trap him and I should be fine as well.
Okay. So against the low eco, you would stay against the fast imp. You would stay in Castle Age and just try to counter it.
No, I think, well, that's an option. Yes, it can be an option. I think you, at this point, you could be going imp anyways. I think at this point it's better to go imp.
Okay. Yeah, it's never a bad thing to have that upgrade.
Yeah, like most of the time, obviously if he would be faster with this push, let's say if that would be minute 22 and he would be putting that second castle forward, I could say, okay, maybe I go full Castle Age in that position.
Yeah.
But I already have your eco almost set up for aim, so it doesn't make sense. Okay, so I think you could defend this. The castle is still like 5-6 tiles away, so I think you could somewhat defend there with mangonels. You're going for the monks, I like it, so there should be some defensive monastery, that's not a bad option. Yeah. Same as in the previous game, like, okay, you were late on stone, so you don't have the stone, but you should be defending there. There should be a second layer. Because this is an army that you really don't have too much against. Like, okay, you have there some scorpions, you have there some monks. Still, you don't want to fight this army. You will never like take good fights because he can go back. He should never like take bad engagements there. So instead, there should be second layer wall here, second layer wall here, and yeah. And now we are kind of paying for it because you will lose there a lot just because he can move there in. If you just are there 1-2 mangonels, you might not take any damage from this army. Okay, anyways, you are on the way to imp. You are 20 more villages. Let's see if opponent is imping. No. So I think you're still in good position, but the problem is now that you don't have the stone again, and you cannot make like second castle home right now. And that means that will be like the very similar situation as the previous game. You are ahead, you are even with relic position, relic lead. I like your position, but your imp isn't really doing much for you. Because you are not pushing opponent, you don't have traps, and you are not really like defending there against this because again you don't have traps, you don't have the siege. And by the time, let's say that you will start to push him with traps, because you cannot push it with anything but traps, then yeah, by the time he will likely be imp as well, he will have the forward position, and it just wouldn't be too bad for him. Okay, you're going for knights. I don't think that you have the gold eco for this.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the defensive gold. The problem of this now is that it will like opponent. The problem is that opponent will never take engagement like here with the camel archers. If he sees the knights, he will always go under his castles and such. So he will be fighting there potentially under versus monks. He will be fighting other castle, and he will be fighting in a position where opponent wants to fight. And secondly, you don't have the siege to follow it up. So it wouldn't be bad to send there 20 cavaliers, try to take engagement against this, and follow with 2 free traps. And you wouldn't be taking best fight, but you would kill the castle with the traps in the end. But there you can take a fight. If he's losing the fight, he will just move to castle, potentially make there some walls. He unlikely that he would lose this army too cheap, and you will still not kill the castle behind this. So yeah, this is the engagement. He's migrating back. It's not your fault there. You cannot really take great engagement. The problem is that you aren't you would first need more numbers. Not sure you really have the gold eco for it. And secondly, even if you win that fight, it's not really giving you anything because you don't have the traps. And he can just now obviously go for camels, and yeah, it's going to be awkward.
No.
And now the castle is coming up. That's a good castle, but it's just too late there. Yeah, we had unfortunate map, that has to be said. And yeah, I don't really understand that castle by opponent, but yeah, once he gets to full camels, then you simply will lose the game. Maybe even before that. So I'm not sure. That's the thing. Like, it's literally all about not having traps there. And I think if you had traps, I would potentially prefer to go skirmishers. Skirmisher defense against the camel archers. If you had like the castle here, the moment you hit imp, you could instantly make traps. You could be defending like here because opponent cannot move faster because he would be in the castle fire. And then with skirmishes and traps, you could very likely push this back and then potentially switch into halbs, into hussar, whatever. You had the better eco. But as you didn't have a castle, then it's kind of impossible because you will never be in position to push this castle back, and then you will lose the game eventually.
Yep.
So in a position where you hit this castle faster, the moment you hit imp, or maybe like 30 seconds after or such, then I would prefer going skirmishers. In this position, it didn't really matter because cavaliers or skirmishers neither would push this castle back. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I could have bought the castle.
I think it would be definitely a good idea. Like you needed to have the castle faster than this because now the game is kind of over. Or it's absolutely over.
Yeah, it's like taking 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Yeah, in the end, he still you like 20 villages more. If you just push this castle back, and you would buy some more time with this, and you would be able to switch into something because you are still 20 villages more than your opponent. You could get like now he took some relics of you, but you would have the relic lead and you would be in fun position. But yeah, the problem was just that you didn't push there, and that was because you didn't have the castle and no traps.
Okay. But that's what I said. Like, yeah, I also thought after the game that skirms would have been better. Skirms, halves.
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. Yeah.
And you, in a normal game, you would have gone for a fast ram hard push and would have left the relics out for him because you're...
Not necessarily. Like I think that's an option. Yes, you can go like 3 TC, maybe even 4 TC boom. And you could be going halbs rams. In that position, you could be even going like straight 4 TC and straight up paladin. And if he's getting like full camel numbers, then you can go for halves. If he's going like full camels,
Okay.
and yeah, and just paladins, halves, traps. You will be taking inefficient fights, but you will be just focusing on the castles. And if you kill the castles, you can win the game.
Okay.
But it doesn't necessarily need to be like leaving the relics completely to him. If he's going like a spearman scout opening as well, I would just do some spears, some scouts myself. Potentially not overcommitted to it because I know that I will need like better boon than my opponent. So just committing a bit into spear scout, trying to get 1-2 relics, and then mainly boom 3 TC behind.
Yeah, I got that. Well, if we play scouts against scouts, it's just the normal way. But if he goes for the castle play, you just try to take 1 or 2 relics and then try to get your boom
Yeah,
as
yeah,
low
exactly.
as possible. Trying to punish the military approach with far stronger imp timing.
Yeah, like the thing is that if he commits that much, if he's going for castle age army, like Camel Arch is almost whatever, and he's committing that much, like defensive castle, keep spamming the army, make the upgrades for them, then still stay on stone, make the second castle forward. You will never defend this second castle forward. He will always make it basically, unless he makes like big mistake. But it's still okayish position for you because in this position you should be faster to aim and trap him, or you should have so much better eco.
Yeah, okay.
So when I see opponent like playing one castle defensive, second castle on my base, I'm kind of happy about it because I think that I actually have the advantage.
But don't you play it yourself quite a bit, defensive castle too?
No, not really. I kind of prefer to play first castle forward already. Like I commit more army, for example, as I do with Turks, going for the light caves and the first castle forward or such. So
Okay.
I'm not really a big fan of this of like defensive castle first and then following with aggression.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Right. So that was. Let's see if we can get a game. I'm not sure if you have there anybody. Yeah, I think you played the last one against GPG, but let me check. Do we have there anybody 15, 16, 1700 1v1 arena player to play one coup game? Then let me know. If you are obviously up for it, Teutonic.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Joshua is saying that he will play you. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I will host and please join. So I will go host game. It's going to be coaching. Oh, we can do this. I'll be your gain epic. Alright, we need gain epics. Okay, Joshua, I'm inviting you, and Teutonic. I cannot find you there, I guess. Yeah, so it's called coaching. I will put the link in the chat there if you wouldn't be able to find it.
I just closed the stream, but I can't find it.
I will invite you. How is it? It's I'm Teutonic.
Underscore Teutonic underscore in game.
Yeah, you only have no. That's not you.
First one.
The first one is you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That you are there for the games. Right. So I'll invite you. Okay, invited Joshua. I invited you as well. So, okay, Teutonic is here. We go 2-player. Okay, everything should be set up. What?
So you want to play Aztecs?
I don't know what we want to play. I feel like want some close matchup between you. It depends depends the civilization you want to practice. Like if you want to play, we can play Hans Magyars or whatever. Can't seem to find you. I invited you, Joshua.
Arthur told me you need to teach me the way, your way. So pick your Civ, teach me.
Mm,
I think you're not a big fan of Melee, right?
no, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah.
So
I actually was. I was a huge fan of them when they were on Vuble and when you didn't really need to micro. When on Vuble, like 3 years ago, Malay playstyle was to go full karambits, like full boom, into full karambits, into elephants.
yeah,
And that was like when I really shined with them. Me just like I'm a macro player. I was just patrolling then aim more and more waves, cheap army, and I was killing everyone. But yeah, since they became Arbalest BBC scammed, and yeah, it's not the best anymore. Okay, Joshua is here.
okay. So I think you like ports, Italians, Turks.
It's up to you. What do you want to play there? Like, we can do random, although it could lead into.
Normally I go for the big macro civs, for the siege monitor civs, but I
That's
don't
true.
think it's your style. So
Yeah.
and
I honestly hate to play with Siege. I would remove Siege from the game. I like most civilizations on Arena, and I think I can play them. But I kind of dislike Malay and those like early skirmisher and such safe civilizations, and I also dislike mainly help SO-civs. I hate to play them. I hate to play against them.
I like Byzantines, for example.
Byzantines is fine. Byzantines is fine.
Yeah, but I think I wrote here maybe Aztecs, Ports, Italians, Turks. I really could learn something from you.
Like we could play Turks or such, but I mean Turks is mostly like one TC aggression, and yeah, I think we can play like more skillful game.
Okay.
Okay,
So we just
for running
go
Melody
random.
skin. Okay, no problem, Joshua. Okay, I think we can go random, and we will see what we play, what we get.
Okay. Yeah, first game of the day, and I'm pretty a long day.
No worries, no worries. Okay, Lithuanians Burmese. That's a fun matchup actually. I like it.
Don't you think we are just a better Civ?
Yeah, definitely. Lithuanians are very better civilization. Well, you can both go super monk rush, right? Both can go 21 pop.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think okay. This matchup, obviously, you want to see what's happening. You want to keep the map control, so there is like not far castle. There isn't like triple monastery on your base. And secondly, I want to get the relics. It's very important to get the relics with Lithuanians. So I think this most of the time, like you can decide a bit how you want to play. Okay. But I think that's basically scout opening and then decide what you want to do after. Okay, getting that one deer. Oh. Right? No slow there. Yeah, I think it's a fine approach to take the deer straight away. Basically, I might have bit some wasted food, but on the other hand, you can use the scout after, so play it your way. I know that Modri, for example, loves to do this as well, so it's completely fine. Okay, well, like one thing, careful though. You have very forward stone. I mean, you will likely check the maps after you like make the lair,
Yeah.
but very forward stone again. Like you need to at some point be on stone because Burmese are a dangerous civilization and very aggressive.
Not the way I play them, I think.
Yeah,
No.
well, yeah, that's true, that's true. But I'm not sure how Joshua is going to play this. I don't really know his playstyle, and Burmese are very like versatile civilization. So you need to scout. You need to see what he's doing. Yeah, nice fix on the berries. I like it. This is what I'm talking guys about guys because for now this is like a textbook play. Yeah, you could just watch from this dark age from like better than from most 2Ks on arena. So clean. Think we don't have their capture age with the like idle time, but you would see that there is basically maximum efficiency there. So well done. And on arena, this is really the key for a successful game. Like, you don't need to focus on much, so just make it as clean as possible.
I went.
Yeah, you went a bit too fast on the second board, but it's fine. Let's go this idle.
Oh yeah. Was focusing on.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Other farm.
Yeah, you are getting for 4 farms. I think that's appropriate. Although with lieutenants you could like use maybe even 2 for, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's.
No worries there. Like yeah, you will have a lot of food, but it's completely fine.
I think 1,000 food last time.
Yeah. Okay, obviously getting on gold. It's fine. Not sure you will really have the resources for the. Oh, it's going to be close with the tracks and stable and blacksmiths.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it should be fine. Yeah. It's true. You actually were fast enough with the 4 on with the 4th on boot, so makes sense. Yeah, golf will be fun as well. Yeah, it will have like 20 more wood. Alright, all good. Stable, blacksmith. Nice.
Sorry.
Okay, same uptown for him, so he's also going 27. Now it's crucial that we scout what he's doing, right? So could be spearman scout opening for him. That's really not a bad idea. It could be double monastery, and it could be okay, taking their scout fight. That's fine. It could be Arambais. We still have no idea what he's doing, so need to be prepared for all the options. Nice. That's important win. Yeah, I think for now you can like stay on this army you have. Like 3 scouts, you are adding 1 more. I think that's fine, and I wouldn't add more spearmen for now, because if he's going monks or such, then the spearmen are useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice scouting. You already see 5 relics, so that's all good. Nice eco setup for Castle Age. Real well done.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Arambais, I'm deciding.
Yeah, very likely. Like some players, like for example Terror, keep their army in home, so you don't see how much they have actually. But yeah, I think it's very likely Arambais. Oh, I would guess on Arambais, which isn't bad option as we said. Could still be like double monastery, but I don't think it's a great idea. Okay, there's monastery. Monastery and spelled what 2 villages, okay. Could it be still like spearmen monks as well? Like
yeah,
okay.
it's double.
Double monastery. Okay, so in that case you want light gifts. The moment you see double monastery, you insta want light gifts. And you want to add the second TC already. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and I think like maybe like 1 more scout, but it's not really necessary. I think 4 scouts, if you just keep patrolling around, you should be fine. At one point you will likely lose the map control though, because he's committing way more into map control. But that's fine, like try to get as many relics. I wouldn't heal there with the monks, I would just go move for the relics as fast as possible. Yeah, and I think 5 lives, because that's perfect, and just like now focus on the boom. You should have better boom than him, and for now he cannot take good trades. So I like the setup for us. Okay, for DC that's nice. Okay, happens. Yeah, so there is Spearman and it's double monastery. That's huge commitment by him. So we just want to be not lose like the light gaps, not over micro there. Like try to have your it's important to not lose your numbers. The worst thing would be giving him light gaps. Even 1 like that, they could be enough to snipe your monks. So we know that if we have better eco, we know that we might have more relics, and we know that he will get the map control in the end. Okay, farm addition, very clean. Yeah, cannot commit there. You could like commit there if you had their 3 monks and you would be going for the conversions of the spearmen, but other than that you cannot really commit. But it's fine, like you will get very likely 3 relics when he's committing more, so that's perfect. I'm 100% sure that you have better boom. You like you have really good boom, actually. Wow. Yeah, and now we have to like start asking questions. Is it just for the relics, or is he planning to get like forward position with this? Is he going for the forward castle or such? Okay, man, I like that switch to stone. That's I think perfect timing. Like 55 villages. That's nice. Yeah, I think you want to have the light cast in front just to keep checking what he's doing. And for now, I think what makes the most sense to just do what you are doing, like free TC boom and then like a reasonable aim time with defensive castle, and then play it from there. You have the advantage.
Then open skirms or...
Yeah, I definitely would open skirms there, but it depends what you will see from him. But yeah, making skirms would make sense. Okay, yeah, we see forward seed workshop, so there will be some kind of pressure. Cannot really commit against this. Good delete, that was very nice.
Should I go for it?
Oh, well, now you have to. Wow, that was really good.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay, okay, I didn't expect that one. That's
No.
still fine. That's still fine. It's not horrible. However, he will be pushing, so we don't want to be as behind in aim time. We want to make like defensive castle and skirm defense. It's possible he's going for forward castle and faster aim than us. Still, we are still fine. Like we will get some more stone, and yeah, and we will be potentially faster aim than him. And yeah, you might need to buy the stone for the castle. Not necessarily now, but you know, in like 1 minute, potentially. Okay, he's converting. I think you need to leave the stone already. And yeah, you will just accept it. You will buy the rest of the stone. Not much you could do about it. Yeah, you are imping. That's the most important thing. Perfect defense so far. I know that he's not imping because his score didn't drop, so you can actually make the castle in front of the farms. An important thing you like want to buy the stone, yeah. Bit unfortunate that you had to buy so much, but yeah, absolute like so far absolutely perfect defense. Okay, you have to delete Mangonel. He has redemption.
Yeah.
But it's fine, it's fine. Okay, you can even move some villages back. Like you will make the castle anyways, just from the side next to TC. And yeah, now it's like perfect position. You have better boom. He's going for aggression, which isn't doing much, and you even have the relic lead. So, and you can just go for the scheme defense now for the map control. So really like your position.
Ah, he converted my blacksmith.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I would say first thing in aim, even there I would make one trap. In case that he's going for forward castle or such, then I would make one trap just for the vision, because you will use it anyways after. So one trap first, and then like focusing on else.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, potentially some more lumber camps on the right side or such there for the villagers. So some more lumber camps and yeah, getting the exactly the ranges and the scheme numbers already. Yeah, and now we would like want to start. I think I would put it. Okay, yeah, exactly. So it's not going to be forward castle. Like that's somewhat expected. So you can start trapping his siege workshop or such, and you want to get the map control. Now we are starting to think, okay, how I will get the map control. For now, it's not as crucial, but yeah, we want to get the scheme numbers and try to see what he's doing. Also, you have already a healthy food eco. I like it. Under this pressure, that wasn't as easy, but yeah, almost 40. That's very sweet. Yeah, and solid team time behind this. He's playing well.
There he is. Oh. Backward.
Right, you have to go back there. Okay, and there's the forward castle. So now we need traps and we need skirmishes, and we potentially need BBCs as well. No, BBCs not. He will go monks. You need to think about something what will counter his onagers. So, and it cannot be BPC.
So Hussar.
Well, he says pikeman, so I would go monks. I would actually go monks, yeah. I think skirmisher monk is a very good composition for you for now. It's a bit laggy, but it's fine. Okay, you have to kind of go back with the skirmishes. And you need to repair there. And be careful with the BBC. You need to repair the trap and keep adding traps, that's fine, that's fine. But the problem, like, be careful if he makes their own. Okay, you see onagers. You see onagers, so you need to react. You need to go back with the trap. Okay, well, it might die, maybe not. But, and yeah, you need to start thinking about how to counter his onagers. Okay, go back with the trap. Okay, nice. Yeah, and like 2 free monasteries is perfect. Even 4 that's completely fine. And yeah, the ranges, I like it. And potentially move to the stone on the left side where the villagers there. Yeah, I think I would go for conscription. You might need to sell some food. Okay, good. He's losing bombard cannon. That's good for us. Right, we are having 70% redemption, and then you can commit to it. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have atonement, so then we just focus the 4 monks on the onagers and just move out with the skirmishers. Yeah, obviously you need some houses, and I would even spread to the left side where the gold is, the extra resources, like with the TC or such. Yeah, perfect. Okay, careful with the trap there. Yeah, and that's so good. It's such a good goal. Okay, go move back the monks. Right, well, he's not shooting there. and all of a sudden you have great army against him. Nice micro there.
I'm over.
Kill it! Almost.
Oh.
Okay, and still, like, you need to keep spamming skirmishes, and you need to keep doing some monks there. But eventually some monk upgrades, like elimination and theocracy would help there. Also, he killed your monastery, so maybe some like defensive monastery and just getting there the relics from the front. You can be microing the skirmishes. You can move the skirmishes a bit forward and just try to be sniping his army. You have so much resources, like you don't need to care about skirms. Right, we see light gas, and now we need to start thinking about our switch as well. He will go Hussar, so either we need to go... Okay, I think I wouldn't mind going for Cavalier now, or such. Or like Hussar is also fine, but we need something against some numbers there, some meal numbers. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and just focus on the traps now. If the traps are so close, just focus on the traps. So a bit careful on the left side, because there he has the castle, so maybe like one defensive castle for you as well on the left side. Yeah, and we are taking great fight. Focus on the siege zone. Yeah, you can just kill the traps, that's the most important thing. Okay, a bit careful with the traps, perfect. And now we need to be a bit careful though, because he's having their strong composition that is kind of countering our army. So I wouldn't mind going for your own helps there against this. And still need the monks, like still need to make sure that those BBC aren't doing much. It's still fun. Like, I mean, I would make the at one point once you have done defensive monastery. Okay, I like the addition of the farmico again. Defensive monastery, grab the relics from the front. That would be one thing. And yeah, we are pushing on the left side. It's good. Okay, he's moving there. The BBC, nice move by him. We should have potentially the traps on the left side of the castle, so that he cannot just move in like this. Perfect. Yeah, you are getting their great value though. Like you will kill what, 3, maybe 4 BPC. That's so good. But then I would potentially delete there. Maybe some walls in the front, so you could just move in easier. And yeah, it's all good. Like we are still controlling the left side, and yeah, we are now pushing the middle castle. Once we get to helps, we have good composition. I wouldn't mind hand cannons now for Bayudo. Yeah, I think head cannons instead of the skirmishes would be now very good. Because he will soon get to position where the skirm numbers won't really matter anymore. Like, won't be too important. Yeah, and we still have like the army, which is cheap. We can keep contesting his army. You know, you have the resources, you have the eco lead, or like you will have the relic lead once you get up the relics, and yeah, we could be like moving a bit more with the skirmisher numbers, with the HC numbers. Obviously not trying to lose them, but yeah, seeing what we can get there, what trades we can get. Alright, we see that's a very good switch for us then, those hand cannons, because we see that he's going two-handed. Gotta be careful about the onager. We still should have like some monks there against his siege. That's the most important thing. Now for example some monks would be so good against the BBC. So need to get some monk numbers. And we don't care about the skirmishes, just moving back the hand cannons. Yeah, that's good. Could be potentially raiding a bit more on the left side where he has like stone and such. But yeah, now the main thing is to keep defending with the hand cannons. That was a very good switch, but we could be a bit faster there with the hand cannon switch as well. It's still fun, like we lost the castle, but now we will take good fight against him, and we have the monks for the BBC. And yeah. Alright, so we clean that army, and...
Oh shit.
It's fine, it's fine. If he's just keep murdering those, then we can move back with the monks. We still need helps and hand cannons there.
I lost all the monks.
That's fine, like we can still keep making monks, and we mainly need helps. Helps is the most important thing.
Get. We have 3 points. 4 points.
Okay, I need to focus on the... Yeah, exactly. Just sending the helps to the onagers. You need some more Rax production and keep spamming the helps. Because if we have enough Rax, then we can just keep using this on the siege. He doesn't really have much to snipe our helps, but yeah, that's the problem now. Oh, great trade on the right side, I like it. Can potentially start... game. Yeah, just focus on the main fun. That's the main most thing. And yeah, we need the hand cannon numbers, yeah, and we need the helps.
Yeah, I think it's over.
Yeah, I think as well, man. Yeah, the problem is that you don't have gold right now, and yeah, well played. All right, so I think what went wrong in this game. So I think we had good opening. I'm pretty sure that we had. I will reverse the game after. Sure didn't know you play that well. Yeah, it was a high level game. I'm quite impressed that you guys are. It's like 1700 level. Because like decision making wise, it was very on point. You have very clean macro. I'm kind of surprised that this is the level that like you can bring on the table. It's quite impressive, honestly. Yeah, and that really wasn't bad game by either of you. It's not a like safe win or anything. I think Burmese have quite a good chance against Lithuanians because Lithuanians don't have like archers, strong archers. So then Burmese can just easily use their helps, champions, hussar, and I think it's kind of close to even matchup in the end. Obviously, Lithuanians generally are like better civilization than Burmese for sure, but against Burmese, I think it's maybe 50-50 even. Yeah. So what went wrong there? I think you definitely had better boom. We will take. I think
you're watching the game. You're watching the game now on stream.
Yeah. I will do it.
Yeah. No, you can start. I think Dark Age. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take a look together how this is going. And then he had forward position. It wasn't like as forward, like it was somewhere in the middle with the castle and such, so we weren't that scary. And then I think in early imp we could be more aggressive, like with the skirmish. The skirmish switch went a bit too late there, I think, because in the moment when we were imp, we weren't really using our imp advantage. We made the first trap, but yeah, we couldn't really reach it. And
I didn't have wood at that point. I needed to make the trap, and then I really didn't have any wood.
Yeah, I know, but simply that's I'm like talking what kind of decided the game. I think yeah. So at that point when we like had basically the like advantage with the skirmishes, we didn't have the numbers to be going there with the skirmishes, with the traps, and then we were kind of reacting all the time. Like also the monk switch was a bit too late. The help switch was Joshua was in a position to be controlling the game, and it was kind of this in that from that early imp, I would say, when we could be pushing because we had a better imp time, but we weren't because we didn't have the skirm numbers. And yeah, then I think what was also crucial was a couple of times we lost the monk numbers in imp.
Yeah, that just shows I'm not the biggest micro guy.
Yeah, that's completely fine. But yeah, at that point, like we needed to have all the time couple of monks, just to get rid of the BBC of the monks of the onagers and such, and then we can use our army better. Right, so I can slow down a bit. There we go. Alright, so yeah, it's second DC for Joshua, actually very fast. So it's double monastery and the spear. Yeah, we will get 3 relics, so we are completely fine with this. And I'm pretty sure that we will have better boom in the end. Right, so that will be one relic and second relic for Joshua. We could be potentially more controlling this one, but we are getting this relic, so that's all good. Yeah, we have 50 villagers at this point. Joshua, actually I thought the boom difference will be bigger, but we still have better boom and more relics, so we are happy with the position. Okay.
I think boom was quite good.
Yeah, the beer was and the boom was very clean. I do agree.
Would you go first for Weaver or the farm upgrade, the hospital?
No, definitely wheelbarrow.
Heavy blow.
Yeah, definitely wheelbarrow. I kind of tend to do heavy blow like later on in Castle Age. Alright, so this was really unfortunate, the stone position. Yeah, that helped opponent quite a bit because we had to buy 500 stone. We never, it really take time till we got the second castle up, so we are behind in the trap war and such and such. That really was unfortunate, but not much we could do about it. That's sometimes how the game is.
And I missed 10 stone.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
That was, as I said, very unfortunate. Alright, yeah, we even scouted this one very fast, so that's good. Yeah, that wasn't the best fight. I didn't expect the fight to go like this, to be honest.
I thought the one monk group on the right was dead.
Yeah, I thought that the three monks will die there.
There were two minimal time conversions and like 2 seconds after, and then it was only one light shot.
Yeah. Well, anyways, like I still like our position, right? We are 10 villages up ahead right now, which is really major, and we have 3 relics. So yes, opponent has the position, he's pushing, but it's not really that important push. It's not really like that interesting for now. And yeah, I like our position. As I said, for now the biggest thing is that we have to buy the stone, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Because if we didn't have to buy the stone, then we would have perfect castle position, we would have so much more resources to work with in the early imp. I think we were like selling some wood or such as well to get the castle up, so cannot really complain there. Like, definitely micro it well, Joshua. I'm not, as I said, I thought that you are playing so much. Now it sounds bad, but I thought that you aren't playing that well. That was very well played. And I can say that Teutonic absolutely wasn't playing a bad game there. Yeah, so we are like way faster in time. But for example, love the castle position of your Joshua. That was perfect. On my best day? Okay. Well, as I said, like there were many really high level decisions by you, I would say. Yeah, for example, the castle position here is basically perfect.
Yeah, I didn't scout that with my trap and
yeah.
Couldn't make anything about it.
With the nature and such, you couldn't really contest it fast enough in him, and then it's like still quite wide for a position where he can push from. So yeah, that's a really good play.
Yeah, the bombard cannon micro was also all game pretty on spot.
Yeah, that's true. Right, so we certainly don't see the castle, but just by a bit happens. And then now we see the castle. But it's fine. Like, we need to be producing traps. We still have better ego. And then this skirmisher, yeah, at this point we needed really the monks already. That's a bit too slow switch there. Like, stable won't do it. We need skirmishers and we need monks.
Sorry, just pause.
Yeah.
You as you said that game is quite far off with the monks. I didn't really see any siege from him besides like one mangonel.
Yeah, but it was kind of the problem is that at this point, we don't have really anything to contest his BBC. First of all, and like we need to think a bit ahead. We don't really see anything. It's very likely that he will go BBC or that he will go onagers to counter our army and to counter the traps. So yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. Like there, we need to think a bit ahead, but. And you are going the second monastery now, that's not too late, but yeah, because if he's going BBC, then we cannot use our BBC because he has monks with redemption, and if he's going onagers, he's countering our skirmishers. Yeah, and you were going for the second monastery actually already. Okay, now well, never mind. It wasn't real light switch. I think it was absolutely on point.
I think myself I wouldn't have done the second monastery so fast if you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
So kudos to you.
Yeah, I think we need the skirmisher. Like obviously the best scenario for us would be getting to Laitis. Then we could be trading quite well against anything he makes. But that's simply quite apart because we didn't have the control over the secondary stone and it was tricky to get the main stone as well. So we need to kind of play this trash war, like skirmishers, BBC monks, man. And this is what I'm talking about though. At this position, like you need to be a bit more like confident with your army. So you need to have the skirmishes a bit more forward, try to be contesting all this army, try to be getting pickoffs, and yeah, if he moves in with the onagers, we need to use our monks. Because for now, like we have some army which actually isn't as easy for him to deal with. And it can be a bit awkward, like as he has halves, as he has monks, can you get definitely pick up by the skirmishers, so he needs to micro a lot against it, but we weren't really contesting him in that regard.
Yeah, because of the onagers.
Yeah, I know, but still, like you didn't need to be taking big shots, and I mean, imagine now that you are Lire would be constantly with the skirmishes like here, and try to keep sniping army all the time.
Yeah, but I'm terror. Micro.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand, but still, we weren't really using our army, and at this point we kind of had to. And it's skirmishes, like we can produce. Look at your resources, like you can produce so many skirmishes, so it doesn't matter if you lose that 15 to one shot. You can actually live with it. Yeah, now I think we don't have the bad position, and it will be now will come to. We cannot really get pushed before the Hussar switch. Still, we have like more eco than Joshua, so at this point, if we have the eco lead, even it is like 140 versus 110, it wouldn't be, and if he has to control the siege in the middle, it wouldn't really be bad for us to be pushing in the left side. But the problem is that he will mostly defend what helps, and he should be very efficient against it. So. It's kind of tricky. Like most of the time in this position, it would be perfect to be pushing from the left side, but there he will always take good trades against us. So not really sure it would be the best idea. Need to be careful there with the monks. Yeah, at this point I felt that we are in good position. Like, we were killing the siege. This is like, this cannot really happen though. The onagers cannot really go like that close to traps and such. It's all because at this point again, we don't have their monks. They always have to be like 1-2 monks and just specially for the siege, for nothing else.
No.
And simply like the moments when we are losing the siege, we are kind of in trouble. Yeah, and now it will start to snowball because he has the better composition now. As he has the light caps, he has the halps, and this games really won't perform too well anymore. So at this point, it was when we needed to switch into hand cannons. Maybe actually the hand cannon switch was potentially a bit late. Like we need at this point having few hand cannons would be really good. definitely better than the light casts, because the light casts aren't really adding it that much other than like sniping some siege, but hand cannons would just trade very well against this army composition, so the hand cannon switch was definitely too late there. I think even there was a bit of a mistake. Maybe I wouldn't think about it myself in game, but yeah, the traps, they're losing the 2 traps on the left side, on the right side when he could be exposed to his PPC. If they were on the left, then they couldn't be sniped.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, and for now, that's I generally believe that it was the main mistake. Like, if we had their HC, Halp, and Monks all the time, I think we shouldn't be taking bad trades. But the problem is that now we have their that we lost the skirmishers now. Obviously they weren't that important, and now we are going to lose the Monks. There isn't the Halp numbers that we would need right now.
No.
Yeah, and just now is coming the HC switch, which was a bit unfortunate, because it was even a bit fortunate, because if he would be switching 1 minute later, then he would just die to the champ switch. I didn't really see the champ switch myself, but I just felt that hand cannons would just trade so much better against Hussar, and yeah, and this is again like there has to be one monk and converting the nature. So we don't really need to move back with our army. Yeah, again, there has to be like one, 2 monks for the BBC. And now once we are losing this position, also where we are producing the monks, then we are in trouble. Yeah, that was the moment when the game was decided. When he started to push from here, we didn't really have the position to be like producing the monks from somewhere and have them very defensive and still safe. And then without the monks we cannot take good fights, because he will have there the BBC and we have nothing against them.
Okay.
So main thing at this point, like think about, yeah, it really was losing the monks, and yeah, without, if we go there, imagine if we go there. Okay, it was good micro by Joshua for sure, but if we go there 2 conversions, 3 conversions on the BBC, let's say even like, imagine that those would die, then we have there the monks and we have their HC against mainly Halps and champion.
Yeah.
But it is also like very good play for Joshua to control the BBC and not allow this. And yeah, now it's just a snowball. He has too much of a position. We could be like trying to, as we are talking, like we could be trying to put more pressure from the left side. You know, like two petards trying to get in, just open the walls.
I thought about that. I thought I added a siege workshop on the left side. I didn't.
You are adding now, like siege workshop potentially a bit too late. You also don't have the RAM, so you kind of need to go for BBC. Yeah, it meant, you know, just thinking like try to get into his base, potentially like castle forward, more like castle here, 2 petards, Hussar into his base, and try to do something. But yeah, it's too late for it. But
no, I'm just losing the main.
Yeah. But just like thinking what we could, as if you have the map control, try to like get into opponent base, even if it's not big investment. That's fine. Yeah, and now this is really all talking about like those BBC are running the game for Joshua.